Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, welcome. My name is Olabisi. Thank you so much for tuning in. I majorly film about motherhood, womanhood, lifestyle. Yes. So if you're very much interested, definitely consider subscribing. Thank you. So today is inauguration of a new administration, and someone was asking on Friday that would we remember the current administration as, and as an everyday person, as a woman, as a Nigerian, what would you remember the outgoing administration on? And I just decided to do a video about it. So yes, President Kowobari's tenure is finally over. 8 years. I mean, 2015, I was just looking in retrospect. 2015, I just recently graduated, and I remember I was still in Ife then, and 8 years I just waka just like that. And well, the administration, yes, came with a lot of promises. I remembered I could not vote for the first administration because my voting was, in Lagos. I couldn't come to Lagos during that period, so definitely I couldn't vote. So I wouldn't say that I supported this, like I actively voted for the outgoing administration. However, as a Nigerian, what will we remember this administration about? So I say, well, it's a mixture of, let's say, good, bad, and ugly, even if the latter part is like more. But I just listed some points here, and I would say that we had high hopes, especially because of President Buhari's background and his vice too as well. His vice was Christian. He was also a professor, or he is a professor of law. He is very eloquent. I was really excited about Sibajo because he was a very learned person, and it's something that President Buhari has like a military background, but it was really nice to see that a civilian can actually rise up the rank. However, when I say 8 years down the line, expectations kind of like higgy hack. So first is security issues. Security has become a huge thing of concern. A lot of Nigerians have migrated because of the security issue, and I think year in year out it became worse. I remembered I went to serve 2016, so I could comfortably go to the north to serve, not because things were not so bad, but it was still like, you could still like go and serve. I remember that same 2015 my brother went to Jos to serve, so security issue was there, but coming in we high expectation of security. But I won't say 8 years down the line that issue has really been solved, such that I remember when my sister was going for service last year, I didn't want to hear about North. Like, I didn't want her going anywhere close to that area at all, which just shows that the security issue, or my expectation or our expectation of security issue wasn't really solved, wasn't really tackled. Two is high cost of living. I mean, it just has just trickled down. Someone was talking about a bag of rice, and used to buy it 8,000 as at 2015, and now it's high as 35, 40,000 for the same bag of rice. And minimum wage earning hasn't really improved so much like that. So there's high rate of, as in like standard of living, high cost of food, high cost of accommodation. Things has really gone up. I think what now really made it so poor or so bad that affected a lot of people was this new naira. I mean, it was bad. It was bad as bad. And recently I remember that I was asking people recently about if after, like, if they are still being able to get the new naira. And the truth is, I've never seen the new naira in weeks or even in months. and it just boils down to, you know, CBN policy, dollar rate, you know, to buy things, to pay. You can't even use your normal debit cards to pay for things internationally. There's just a lot of things has really gone, you know, poor. However, I think some of the good things might be infrastructure. At least the Lagos Ibadan Expressway, very close to completion. Dangote refinery was commissioned last week, so hopefully we're expectant that oil might, you know, just get better. I say maybe infrastructure, possibly roads, possibly, but in everyday living, I won't really say that things have really improved. Rather, things have really, like, you know, gone down. Yeah, so we have, like, there's still issues of strike. I mean, you can't even say you want to consider sending your child to a public university because of strike. As we're still going on strike, doctors are still going on strike. A lot of Nigerians are migrating because of these issues. Now that the new administration is coming in, whether it's 4 years or eventually it's going to be 8 years, we just have high expectation that hopefully these issues will be tackled. Issue of the economy, I mean, food prices, standard of living, something needs to be done about it. Four issues. Hopefully, that's like my number one expectation, is improvement in economy. 2 will be security issues be solved as much as, you know, possible, and then 3 will be maybe more infrastructure, like breaking it down to what we can see. I think that's just majorly my 3 expectation. And lastly, also my expectation would be that our government with the citizens can have like a proper dialogue, such that we can we can understand, or we can say that our government can actually hear us, rather than they not talking to us and we hearing about us like outside, like international media. You know, there's just that the communication is not like smooth at all, and really hopeful that this new administration, you know, hear the voice of the citizens, and amazing things that we have in Lagos. Even if Lagos is not, definitely is far from perfect, but at least some very notable things are happening in Lagos. Hopefully these things can be replicated across other states in Nigeria. I know a lot of states too are doing well, but it can actually do get better. So I think those are my expectation of the new administration, and as much as possible. So thank you so much, guys, for watching. Let me know in the comment section your expectation. What were your assessment of the outgoing administration and your expectation of the new administration? Don't forget to like, to share, to subscribe, and I'll see you guys in my next video.